This morning, the last of our summer pigs are going to the butcher. Man, I love it when they climb right on the trailer. Come on, piggies. You know you want to get off. Hey, good for you. I like this. One in the front of the trailer that's just getting the last of the feed that's in there. I'll be like, where'd everybody go? Come on, you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Here comes the hard part. Yeah? Come on, you guys. There you go. Close that gate. Come on. Oh, you got poop, huh? Come on. Come on. We gotta go in there. Come on in with me, Greg. Come on, you guys. They never liked that fan blowing in there. Maybe if I can get the lead one to go in. No, you turn around. Put it on the floor. They don't like this pen. Sometimes we come a little later, so this pen will be already full because nobody likes to go in this, cows or pigs. Come on. Come on. Come on, get in there. Come on. Yeah. It's always a different problem. Come on. All right, you guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. One of your mates. That was pretty easy, and like I always say, I love it when pigs are gone. I got to take this drinker and move it into the little pigs' pen so they can have clean water. Oh, she got some water in her still. What I want to do here is bring the water up so that when the pigs are drinking, it's about 2 inches above their front shoulder height. That way the water comes down in their mouth. If they're tilted down like this, the water's going to run out and they're going to make more of a mess. They'll make a mess in any case, but this is the way to make the least mess. And as the pigs grow, I'll raise the water up so that it stays at about that height. Then we just fill her up with water, and as an added bonus, I don't have to haul water in here twice a day anymore to fill up their dishes. So I got clean water for the piglets coming out of the nipples, and I only have to hook up the hose and fill this thing probably once every 3 days for these guys. When it gets below freezing, we'll just drop this tank heater in. It's submersible. I think it's 250 watts. Just drops straight down through this opening I made in the top, sits in the bottom of the tank, plug it in, keeps the water from freezing all winter. There they go. Thundering herd. I've seen on forums, and a couple viewers have asked on the channel, well, how do you teach the pigs to drink from the nipple drinkers? And it's never a problem. They just are curious and they play with them, and pretty soon they figure water comes out. But I start them out by putting a dish right in front of it, so it brings them over into this area, and when they're drinking from the dish, they'll start to play with these guys. Just 10 minutes later, and they're playing with them and getting water out of them. This afternoon, we're going to slaughter Missy the sow, so I'll give you my standard warning. Feeble people, people with heart conditions, small children, and vegans especially should probably tune out for this. Missy is back in the brood pig barn behind me, and what I'm going to do is bring her out in the aisle and I'll shoot her and bleed her there, and I'm not going to show that because YouTube doesn't like that sort of stuff. And then we're going to pull her out with the tractor that I've backed in. All right. Knife!
You want me to take your gun?
Got here.
So you're gonna do it the same way you do deer?
Pretty close. Animals are pretty similar to a viscera. We just want to wash her down so that when we skin her, it's not so dirty. Doesn't have to be perfect though. She's tough. Her height is tougher than I expected. Take a little handhold here to pull with. Missy was a good sow, and now she's going to be a good sow, right? Is that a dad joke?
You told it and you're a dad, so it's technically a dad joke.
So basically all I can do for the rest of my life when I tell a joke is do a dad joke. Because I'm a dad.
So no matter what the joke is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can some dad jokes be funny?
Probably. I don't know.
Never heard one that was funny, huh?
Not really.
I'm sure that the critical butchers among you will find lots of problems with the way I'm doing this. But I haven't butchered a pig since I was a kid, and then I was only helping out. When I was a kid, and this was my grandfather's farm, we grew beef and pigs, and we butchered them here on the farm. And when we did pigs, it was a big deal because you'd have to get up early. We had a cast iron scalding pot. Get the pot flipped over, and then build fire around it. And get the water up to scald the pigs. Meanwhile, all the relatives would come over to help out. And their payment was they would get some of the meat at the end of the day. So we would do a bunch of pigs, and the men would be outside doing the killing and scalding and eviscerating and cutting. The kids would run the meat into the house, and then the women would pack the meat in butcher paper. So that was my role, running meat back and forth. And I remember the last time I did it, my great uncle gave me $1 at the end of the day for running meat back and forth, and I thought that was a lot of money.
What do you do with the hooves?
Well, every part of the pig is edible, it seems like, but I don't do anything with them. But they can be made into, well, not the hooves, but the knuckles underneath can be made into pig's knuckles, which are kind of a delicacy for some folks. Oh, got some meat there. There we go. Well, that had to take about 30 or 40 pounds off first. No, maybe more than that. I'm terrible with weight.
Okay. Down goes the head.
She's getting lighter.
That's a lot of weight right there.
Yeah,
That's in her skin.
Here's the deal with this. You gotta cut her anus out and not cut through it, or else you're gonna taint the meat with poop and pee. So we get her loosened up here and back. I mean, it's just the same as doing a deer. Same way you do a deer, but not a chicken. Well, kind of chicken.
Chickens are just a lot
You cut
easier.
around the vent and keep it intact. So once we get her loosened up here, we can make this cut right down through here. There's your intestines. This is where I need a helmet cam to see all this good stuff. Oh, ho, ho.
Okay.
Actually, you know, she might be a little easier because she's had a bunch of piglets, so there's quite a big opening here through her pelvis. Still got her in there. There we go. She split in back.
So what did you cut through? Back there.
The bottom of the pelvis.
Oh, okay.
Here's what the inside looks like. It's nice and clean after you take the guts out. The tenderloin's in here, and I'm gonna leave those in while she chills. Some people cut them out while it's warm, but I'm gonna leave them in. We're gonna bring her into the upper barn and hang her at least overnight so she chills down before we start cutting. That completes today's work. We'll let her hang till she chills down here, and a big part of butchering on the farm is choosing the right temperature time to do it. And the next few days it's supposed to be down below freezing at night and under 40 during the day, so it's perfect weather for chilling meat in the barn. For 100 years, this is the way America got most of its meat, was on-farm killing, and I think this is the most humane way to do butchering and slaughter. The animal never leaves its home. It's out, you know, it doesn't go through that stress of transport, and I wish we could do all of our slaughter this way, but unfortunately the law doesn't let us. Anyway, I'll be following up with another video as we cut Missy up, and we're not going to go crazy with the way we cut her. We're going to make a lot of ground pork because that's a staple for my family. We're not going to do any fancy cured hams or prosciutto, or I probably won't even cure the bacon. I'm just going to pack it up fresh, and I'll season it and smoke it myself without curing. So I hope this video is informative for those that are squeamish. If you eat meat, this is kind of what's behind it. In fact, this is probably a better situation than where your factory meat comes from. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.